Colorado has had a very long history of oil and gas exploration and production. Historically, Colorado has one of the second oldest oil fields in the United States, which was developed in Florence, Colorado in the late 1800s. This early development within the state of Colorado would set the groundbreaking beginning of a very successful and long-lived economic contribution to our state. Before you try to fight the idea of oil and gas or drilling, think about these questions. Did you power or heat your home today? Did you drive a car or much less use transportation other than biking or walking? Or did you use any product made of plastic? Most likely, we all have. Oil and gas isn't just fracking up our community. It's a lot more helpful than you think. There's not only economic but also social benefit to oil and gas. A very widespread amount of jobs, starting with office work all the way down to being in the field and drilling. The social benefit of oil and gas is schools, medical facilities, libraries, you name it, they donate it so we can get one built. I know this from my own personal experience that big oil companies aren't just money-thirsty pigs. My own elementary school had thousands of dollars donated to it each school year from fellow parents who worked at the same oil and gas office as my dad did. So what about fracking, right? Companies just trash our state or even our backyards? Wrong, wrong, wrong. The state of Colorado has and continues to be a leader in safe and environmentally friendly development of oil and gas by implementing strict regulatory standards on drilling, completion or fracking, and production of oil and gas minerals. This is done by thorough analysis, permitting, and inspecting of all phases of oil and gas development within geographical regions of our state. The federal and state authorities uphold these regulations by issuing notices of violations and fines that are public record on both levels of governmental bodies. One of the most controversial aspects of oil and gas development is the completion or fracking phase of a well. There has been the misconception that this can cause numerous health and environmental issues by cross-contamination of groundwater and surface water or sources in our community. The biggest concern about this process is the chemicals used during completion. There has been numerous allegations of health problems that arise as direct effect of these chemicals, but there are no direct scientific evidence that contribute to these health problems within areas of oil and gas development. Along with these concerns come many environmental concerns, which include drinking water and surface water contamination. Although most of these concerns can be attributed to naturally occurring shallow gas pockets within the water table and surface outcrops. Now, what about the hidden gem controversy in the valley we live in? Hidden gems are against hunting, off-roading, and oil and gas. Many people in the valley think there shouldn't be drilling because it will ruin where they live. But what the people don't understand, if not here, where? The valley thinks that toxins are just being dumped into the land when fracking, which is completely untrue. Oil and gas companies are very serious about not destroying where they are. In our valley alone, oil and gas companies are constantly bashed on in the newspaper and at Coalition for the Thompson Divide meetings about how bad drilling is. People of the valley go to these meetings and talk about how bad drilling is, but in all actuality, they have never been to a drilling site when it's all happening. If oil and gas was unveiled and shown how they actually work and how they're not just dumping junk where they're working, people would be a lot more understanding of drilling. Through technology and public education, this natural resource will get better and safer with every well drilled in the state. Oil and gas is also one of the largest revenue bases for our state and county governments within Colorado, which has built new roads, schools, hospitals, and community centers with the surrounding this type of development.